Did you know that there are 4 separate exfils in the new Dark Aether? Do you even know where the Pack-a-Punch machine is? Well, today I'm showing you everything you need to know about the new Dark Aether. Now, the thing about the Dark Aether is that, oh, the storm's right here. The Dark Aether has a different difficulty curve than anything else here in Urzikstan. Here in Urzikstan, you are gonna have basically everything you need to survive right here. But the Dark Aether is going to require you to get set up before going in. And I want to say most of the difficulty comes from what you do or don't have set up for you. And so I'm going to try not to spend too much time here in Urzikstan for this video, because all I'm really doing is getting points and hoping for a sigil and just getting ready to go into the Dark Aether. And for this video, I'm using the HRM9 SMG from Season 1. You know, the one I said that was going to change the meta? Yeah, it's still really good. I don't know if this is the best setup for it. I put on a suppressor just in case, and I kitted it out for max tack stance. And there's a sigil right off the bat, elemental pop, tombstone, and another self-revive. I do also have a scorcher case, but that's really just for me to make things go a little bit faster. As you're gearing up, you're obviously going to want all of the perks and Pack-a-Punch tier 3 on a legendary or an epic weapon. As you're getting points and ranking everything up, you're also going to want to be on the lookout for any Casimirs. Look at that, any Casimirs that you see. That was so lucky. And with this season's Dark Aether, the Syad City, I always try to take in a Juggernaut. However, those Juggernauts are pretty expensive. They are 10,000 points at a tier 3 buy station. So if you have an operator with a high containment level like I do, that's going to help you get this all set up even faster. And if you don't know by now, you can also buy Casimirs from tier 3 buy stations for 5,000 points. Ooh, that double points is going to be really good. If you get a double points when a contract completes, it doubles the amount of points you get for that contract. So I'm going to get this double points and hopefully we'll finish it by the time it goes up. Let's see how many points we get. We got about 5,000 points now. Completing it, we got another 10,000 points just from that one contract. And of course, any self-revives you can get depending on your comfort level will be good as well. Now, in terms of how many Casimirs you want, I usually try to purchase at least 6, but that obviously depends on your comfort level. But I think we're ready to go now. We've got a Juggernaut kill streak. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Casimirs. We've got our triple Pack-a-Punched legendary weapon. All we need to do is avoid this little thing and we can spend our sigil to go into here, and let's get started. Now, the Dark Aether is unlike any other thing here in Modern Warfare Zombies. Because it's just you and you alone in here, they can throw even more zombies at you, and they definitely do. But this first contract is going to be found right here in the northwest version of the map right here. You'll just pick this up, and this is always going to be an eliminate the bounty contract. And in like the 5 or 6 times I've done this, it's always been this Mega Abomination. It's not always the Mega Abomination, but it usually is for me. And this right here, just kind of, I guess, south here, is the only turret circuit in the Dark Aether here. And there's also that orb right there, so we might come back and revisit that. Now, the strategy I use when taking out this Mega Abomination is, because we're in the Dark Aether, because there's no like going back from this, going to tier 1 or anything, I just straight up use the Juggernaut on it anytime. And honestly, even if it was a Disciple or a Mangler or a Mimic, I would still use the Juggernaut because it's just so treacherous, it's so dangerous. I don't want to take any chances. So once it drops down, you can capture it and then you can just kind of go over here and use it. No super special strategy. It's just like any other Juggernaut, any other Mega Abomination. It's going to strip your armor, but you should be able to do it all in one Juggernaut suit. And then I always try to get any sort of collateral damage here, collateral zombies in our way, so that way we can pick up this Rift a little bit easier. This usually does a great job at dropping lots of armor and lots of ammo here, so that shouldn't be an issue. Now, this is going to be kind of the tough part here. Okay, we've got a VR11 case, we've got that. Okay, cool. This is one of the biggest differences about the Dark Aether. In most other places in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, once you kill zombies, they kind of stop coming for a little bit and they give you a little bit of a breath, but not here. Because there's so many zombies and it's just you, the zombies will aggro you a little bit further and a little bit more intense than just in tier 3. So everything's a little bit faster paced. You're going to need to kind of kick it into gear a little bit here. It's almost like you're doing things mid-round in a round-based map. Now, the second bunny is going to be right here, kind of in the middle south version of the map, and it's going to be on top of this building here. As you saw, you could just take the stairs if you've got a Scorcher, which I do, You can just fly up there. It's really fast, really easy. But this one is always going to be an Outlast contract. And for a lot of people, this is the easiest one. For me, I think it's my hardest. There's an ammo cache right here, right next to the Outlast, if that's important to you. This contract requires a little bit more skill and a little bit more firepower. Unlike the other Outlast and the other Dark Aether, there's no like second floor or second story that you can use to kind of buy your time. So you've just got to rely on your gun and your training skills, and also your equipment. You can see right here, we've got a lot. So I like to use one of these Casimirs to kind of give myself some time. And also it does a good job of getting me more ammo, armor, and all the good stuff. And I also think the meta right now is using Energy Mine. So if you start feeling overwhelmed, I love using Energy Mine here. And that does a good job of giving me a little bit more time. Don't be afraid to run out of here, get yourself a little bit more time, kind of round them up a little bit and then jump back in. You can get them all lined up here. We've got another Energy Mine ready to go here. And then like we always say, take your time, loot this. Oh, that's not very good loot, is it? Now the last contract is on top of the mall right here. And one of my favorite ways of getting up on top of the mall is going to be right through here. It's just down the road. You use this ladder and then you come up through here, and then through this garage, you just come up right here, and this connects to the roof of the mall just like so. And then if you take a left and on the front or back of the mall, wherever this is, there's nice little stair steps as if it was made just for you to climb on top of it, and then right up here to the bunny. And the mall is in this corner of the map right here. And this contract is always going to be the Aether Extractor contract. Now this is the contract that I really don't dilly-dally with. I just use Casimirs on. So that's why I think I'm a little heavy on Casimirs. I think if you're a more skilled player than I am, you don't really need all these Casimirs, but in my opinion, it's just a little bit more efficient. Like I said, I don't want to take the chance. You want to throw your Casimir so that way when you're overloading these extractors, you're not getting hit by zombies, because if the zombies are on the other side of the extractor, they don't get affected by the Casimir. We'll use an energy mine here because we've got some boss zombies here we're going to try to take out. Kind of train them around here. Oh my goodness, there's so many zombies here. Like I said, they could throw a whole bunch of zombies at you. Oh boy, some manglers here. Throw another thing here, another energy mine. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. We're just gonna throw a Casimir here. That's all right. We'll just do that, overload it, and there you go. You're all good. Just like that, you're done. Those manglers, man, they're no joke. So the faster you are, the less you'll have to deal with those manglers and boss zombies here. But now we can take a tour of the map here. So we spawned right over there underneath that balcony, and if you come down this street, this is where we fought the Mega Abomination. If you come right over here, you can see there's another Dark Aether exit portal right here. That's an exfil portal right down there in the mist. Pretty cool. Additionally, this building right here, this building, we have another exit portal. Look at that, right inside this building. There it is. You can see it just peeking through the door right here. Just, yep, Dark Aether exit right there. Here is a potential Pack-a-Punch location. You can see we're right next to where we ended this contract on the top of this building right here. In this section of the map, there's a potential Pack-a-Punch spawn location. If you're wondering where the wunderfizz is at, well, if you look really hard, you can see it is floating in the air right here. You can jump on top of it. You can get all of your perks right here. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to get to it without the Scorcher. That's a little silly, but if you have the Scorcher, it's right there. Now, right across or right up the street is this building right here, and this building is going to be special because this also is a potential spawn location for the Pack-a-Punch machine. I believe it'll be right around here. Now, I guess I do know how you're supposed to get the wunderfizz machine, because right over here, there tends to be a rift really commonly right in this corner right here. Like I said, just up the road. Now, in addition to that, in this building right here, there is our third exfil portal right here. Pretty cool. And the mall right here is, just like the story mission, a huge infested stronghold. So there's a bunch of ammo caches in there. It's the typical infested stronghold, but when you come up to the start of it, the beginning of it, yet again, we have another one of these Aether tears, and that'll get you way on top of the map right here. Now, in this very top right corner of the map, right around there, that is going to be another potential Pack-a-Punch location. Moving just a little to the north here, you can see just right there, we have our fourth, count them, fourth and final exfil portal right there. Pretty darn cool. Moving west, we can see we have the soccer field or the stadium or whatever it is here, but just a little to the north, I believe in these buildings somewhere. Yes, you can see right there is the doghouse. If you need, or if you have flesh, or if you need a dog in here, you can get some flesh and put it in that doghouse right there. That is going to be right around here. Oh, it actually has. Cool. Doghouse right there. Cool. So in the top corner of the map right there. Now inside the stadium, there's not too many things, but there is one really cool thing. If you haven't seen it before, you have this rock you can interact with right here. Then on the left side of the stadium right over here, we have another one of these rocks we can interact with. And then on the front here, front side of the stadium on the left, we have the last rock that we can interact with. And that is going to start an instrumental version of 115. And you can see the big difference between this and even tier 3 with how many zombies that spawn and respawn right next to you. You do not get much time on your own here. This Dark Aether is a lot easier than the other Dark Aether. It's a lot more wide open, but it's still the Dark Aether. It's still going to be intense. It's still going to have a lot of zombies coming at you. And clearly, even if you're experienced, you can easily go down. Just stay on your feet, and knowledge is power. Oh, and actually, here's the last little thing. There's a little bonus hidden cache right there. Isn't that nice? Look, a green weapon. You can get a green weapon in the Dark Aether. Isn't that crazy? But as I said, most of the skill, most of the success you're going to have is by how set up you are. I could have gotten easily 2-4 more Casimirs and just made this an absolute cakewalk. Or I could have, actually used the Scorcher, but, for the authenticity of the video, I didn't want to use it aggressively. Now, part of that setup process is using the right gun for the Dark Aether. And if you don't know what gun to use, I found one that is absolutely addicting. Be sure to check it out here and stay beautiful.